eller yeswa. It's enough. More for the fast, or for alarm if you got na. Well, what a little more if it's on any wagon glass. I know that's a yamab and immerse woman as the that's enough ones. Yes, the knees are us na nush as the if they not be of what. Yes, and the eggs be up. Well, it's enough. In it, say, in it. En er er nog wat ze hier laat always heen met them wat hoe je hier doen ik samen ook was heen hem zien de jammer je weet niet hier wat ze heen met niet van mezelf die bedoel is nog bezig zo knop zo oei was heen met me say oei we hebben een sweet nou weer of die loop nou wie wil ja. Hey everyone, Big Pauly back for a brand new cinema trip review. Yes, I'm down here at View at Westwood Cross, as you can see through the window. First time I've been down here since probably January. Oh my goodness me. Yes, I've got my mask and all the usual stuff. I'm down here to watch the latest Christopher Nolan epic, TENET. Yes, TENET. Fantastic. So, can't wait to get in there, see how they've done with the protection and sanitizing and seats and all that kind of stuff. But I'm also meeting up with my mate Lewis down here. So I'm going to go in and watch the film in a little while. And I'll give you my little thoughts after the film. Fantastic. Okie dokie. I'll see you in a little bit. Okay, expecting maybe a few more people. Let's go get our seat. Up we go. Nice deluxe seats. Unfortunately, not recliners, but they will do. Okie dokie, mask off so I can drink my cappuccino. 2.5 time manipulated versions later. Right. Shall I have one paracetamol or two? What? My head hurts. I've just come out of Tenet, and my head hurts. I need paracetamol. Okay, so Tenet. What do I think of Tenet? It's a difficult film to review because you can't really review it based on one viewing. Not properly anyway. It's going to take at least a couple of times to watch it and analyse it and think about it. So yeah, it's very tricky. But on first viewing, exciting, mind-bending, and whereas I thought it was a time travel film, it's not really a time travel film per se. It's more of a temporal time displacement, or a time manipulation. Yes. I'm not going to go into the whole story because obviously spoilers, but it wouldn't really make much difference because the spoilers probably wouldn't make any sense. let's just say that it's kind of got a Bond element to it. It's spy, espionage, action adventure, heist, thriller. It's got a bit of everything in it. Is it Christopher Nolan's best film? No, it's not. Not by any means. There are better films. It's still a good film, a really good film, but it does mess with your head. For the most part, I think I followed most of it, but you really need to watch it again and again to get the concept of how the time intercepts, the inversion, temporal inversion. That's what I'm going to say. That's what it is. It is a spy, espionage, action thriller, temporal inversion movie. Christ, good job my dad never saw it. My dad would have been confused before the credits went up. Yeah. It's a film that makes you think. It's a film where you have to follow it. You know, you can't like bugger off to the toilet for half an hour. Ooh, that's a big dump. And come back and expect to pick it up again. There are very clever scenes in the film where one time interacts with another time, and what I call the Back to the Future 2 effect, whereas, you know, where Marty went back in time to see himself, it's kind of, you get elements of that in the film. You know, you see it from different angles and like different parts of time. I mean, the opening scene, the film started out with a massive action scene, didn't give you time to stop, and it kind of sets the whole film up. But there are elements in that opening scene that are followed through and you get to see at the end. So it's a tricky film to review, but I did enjoy it. The casting was absolutely fantastic. What's his name? David John Washington? I can't remember his name. Denzel Washington's little boy. David John. I think it's David John Washington. He did a really good job. I look forward to more stuff with him in it. Kenneth Branagh was fantastic. Also, Michael Caine had a nice little role. It's always nice to see Michael Caine in a Nolan flick. The one that surprised me the most was Robert Pattinson. Yeah, I know. Who would have thought it, eh? I know a lot of people don't like Pattinson because of Twilight, you know. He comes across as kind of like the male Kristen Stewart, you know, just one note acting. But he has actually been in quite a few good things. I'm looking forward to the Batman. He looks fantastic in the Batman. I love the way that the film looks, and hopefully how it's going to play out. But Robert Pattinson was really flipping good in this film. Really good. And it's nice to see him getting more advanced, chunkier roles, rather than being lost in Twilight fandom for the rest of his life. So yeah, the cast was fantastic. The special effects were absolutely breathtaking, some of them. Reversed. There's a fantastic freeway action sequence, which you do see in the trailer. But I'm not going to go through all of the different scenes. But a lot of them are impressive. I get the same visual excitement with some of these action sequences in this film as I did with previous films such as The Matrix and Inception. You know, things that happen in Tenet are kind of like groundbreaking. The special effects, some of the sequences are groundbreaking. The same way that like bullet time was in The Matrix, and the folding streets in Inception. So it's all very impressive with these new type of special effects sequences that we've not really seen in films before. The film is 2.5 hours long. 2.5 hours, it didn't numb the bum. So there was always something going on screen. I love the interactions between Robert Pattinson and Washington, and also Kenneth Branagh, and his wife as well. What's her name? Demikini or something. But yeah, I think Christopher Nolan did a really good job. It's not one of his best. There are a few films, 3 or 4 films, that I would rate above this. But it is a good film. It is a good film. But I'd like to see it again, maybe 2 or 3 times. I might come back to see it at the cinema again, maybe in a week or 2. But it definitely needs more than 1 viewing. Yeah. But how would I rate Tenet on a scale of 1 to 10? I'm going to give it an initial 8. An 8 temporal inverted mind-bending freeway chases out of 10. That score may change with multiple viewings. I doubt the score will go down, but the score could go up, you know, if I get more into the story and I understand more of it, because you do have to think about the film and you do have to piece bits together. So for some, maybe like the mainstream audience, it may not be maybe the best film that you want to see. You know, if you just want to go into a film and just get lost and expecting something like Jurassic Park or Transformers, you know, leave your brain at the door, because in this film you need every ounce of your brain. Yes, so I'm going to give it 8 out of 10 for now, but that score may change with another viewing or another 2 viewings. Fantastic. So I hope you enjoyed my little mini review of Tenet. Oh, and the score was fantastic. The score was really good. It wasn't by Hans Zimmer, but the score was just as good, and sometimes you kind of felt a Zimmer feel to it. The only downer I would have on maybe the film, it was so loud. I mean, it's great for the action scenes, but it was so loud, and when they had masks on, it was kind of difficult to understand some of the dialogue because it kind of turned out muffled, and it ended up sounding a bit like Bane from the Dark Knight Rises. Oh, Mr. Wayne, I'm coming to get you. Yeah, that's what. But yeah, it would be beneficial to maybe watch it again with a bit of a lower dialogue, than a lower volume, because it was really loud and my chairs were vibrating so much. Like I say, great for the action scenes, but when you've got a lot of action, a lot of music and people talking in helmets, the dialogue doesn't always come across. Brilliant. So hope you enjoyed my review. Like it by giving it some inverted thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, comment and share. Stick down in the comments if you've seen the film. Did you like it? Did you not like it? And I shall see you on the next video. Bye.